Non-duality is very simple, actually. All there is what's happening. This, what is. The sound of the birds, sounds of the river, the barking dogs, the car, the sound of my voice, your room, whatever happening in your room, the light, the objects. That's all there ever is what's happening. That's all you ever know. You only know what is right now, right here, appearing in this. You never know past and future. You never actually experience future. You never actually experience past. You always experience the now, right here, in the middle of everything. And you have an imagination of the future. So you have an imagination that later you're going to go bowling. You're going to win at bowling, and then you're going to go for a burger and fries and a drink. And you have imagination that you came from somewhere, that you came from this original place, and of wherever it is. Maybe you're at work now, or maybe at home, it's the evening. Maybe you're just waking up. And you had this whole day before you, or had this whole night, you had a restless night, or you had a day at work, or you had lunch with friends, and you believe that you're in this position right now because you've arrived from the past and you're here, whereas actually what's happening now, and what always happens now, is you've got images of the past arising, and you've got images of this potential future, and you believe that who you are isn't this moment, isn't what's actually happening. You believe who you are is this person that's been moving through this timeline, that's always moving from this timeline, and you kind of have a mental recognition of this person, like this image in your head that's always kind of watching this timeline person. So you kind of have a sense that you are this body, that you are what you've done, that you are where you're going. Whereas actually that's not who you are. Who you are is what's always here, what never leaves. You're this perpetual now. You're not the past, you're not the body, you're not what you've done, you're not your actions, you're not your future, you're not your thoughts, you're not what you own or what you have or your intelligence. You are now. Now. That's who you are. As soon as you identify with the person, there's always, the doership is important to extent, to have a sense of choice and to have a feeling of free will. But when you identify with that, you feel like you are someone that has doership, that you are somebody that does. Whereas you're not actually somebody that does. And when you have that identification, it means that you always feel responsible for your life. To an extent, it's natural to have feelings of responsibility, of guilt, of shame, of all these feelings. It's very natural to feel that. If you run over the neighbour's cat, it's appropriate to feel guilty and to offer money and to pay for it. But these are more subtle and light. Whereas when you're identified, it's like this embedded sense that that's who you are, and you really believe that you're somebody that's orientating this body and somebody that is doing things and has a life, that you are the doer, that you are somebody with autonomy and free will, that you really choose your life and that you're responsible for running over the neighbour's cats. Like, it's appropriate to have a weak sense of guilt, but you're not ultimately responsible. It couldn't have been any other way. You're responsible for the way your life turns out. And often what happens is people's lives go on, they feel more and more guilty and bad for the way their life's gone, because they have this image of what it should look like, the Hollywood movies that's always perfect, and then they have the reality of what their life's like maybe their kid is acting out or their kid is behaving dysfunctionally, Or maybe they've made a mistake at work or in their business, you've gone bankrupt or lost your house or done all types of different things, and you feel shameful because you really believe that's who you are, whereas actually it's a simply happening. Whatever's happened to you, and it couldn't have been any other way, and you as a person aren't actually alive and responsible for it. The body in a way has to take on board responsibility, but underneath there is no body in which that belongs to. In every moment, thoughts and feelings and choices are arising. They're not belonging to a separate entity that's moving through time. You don't have actually free will. You don't actually have responsibility. They're simply appearing. So there's an appearance of guilt, there's an appearance of responsibility, but they don't belong to someone. There isn't an I that owns all of these things and collects them in a bucket and is like, me, 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 mine. They're happening.